mic is on.
Oh, we're introducing Jordan. No. Tell me your name. Nadia. Nadia. Redundant. Redundant. Yep.
What's going to happen is I will call up wherever the information is going to be. What you want to do.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So when I saw the person, I started behind this and then he'll shake hands and come across and see all right, sounds good. Yeah.
You as the rep.
Yeah.
You as a rep.
Whoever wins the rep.
The whole team will come out as a recipient.
Yeah.
So they will announce this. Whoever. One of you guys come across, shake hands, the back, then talks about it.
All right.
They will announce the recipient for all categories first. So the person for you come out. Do their thing. Good evening. We're going to get started with our program. Feel free to continue chomping on your salad there. That's all good. Good evening. My name is Maureen McDermott. I'm the Assistant Director of Student Involvement, and I want to welcome you to our student leaders, family members, staff, faculty, and special guests to this very memorable evening. As we celebrate a milestone this year, this is our 35th anniversary of the A. Robert Rainville Leadership Awards. Every November, as we begin to work on this program, I reflect on the fortunes that I had as a new professional many years ago to have the experience of working with Bob Rainville as a mentor and someone I gained valuable professional advice from. When I think of those memories, those conversations bring a smile to my face. This awards program was conceived as a way to recognize and acknowledge the tremendous work, and I mean tremendous work, that Bob Rainville accomplished not only as the Vice President of Student Affairs, but his time in student activities in the Dean of Students' office. It really was Bob's daily interactions with our students that stands out the most beyond my conversations I had with him as a new professional. We are honored to have many of Bob's family members with us tonight. I see half the table there. So I'm going to ask Henriette, and I believe it's Jane and Terry Medeiros that are here with us at this point, and the rest of the family will be coming shortly. So please rise and welcome Henriette and her family. As a campus community, we are very fortunate to have such a resource of talented student leaders involved in student organizations, work experiences, academic endeavors, and more that make them the shining stars on our campus. The process to get to this point is always challenging with such a strong pool of students that are nominated on an annual basis. Our selection committees always do an excellent job of weeding through the many applications, references, and information. And this program allows us to showcase the breadth and scope of the programs and activities in which our students are involved in for the greater good of the URI community. And when we talk about recognition tonight, it's not just our finalists and our recipients. We have a number of student organizations here and other students that were nominated that we want to also recognize in this process. And as we come to the end of the semester in 2 short weeks, I hate to tell you students, and for our seniors, the start of a new beginning, I'm reminded of this quote from Maya Angelou. Each of us, famous or infamous, is a role model for somebody. And if we aren't, we should behave as though we are. Cheerful, kind, loving, and courteous. Because you can be sure someone is watching and taking deliberate and diligent notes. And so let us begin this process. Oh, sorry, hold on one second. My notes are mixed up. And it is now my pleasure to introduce our 12th president, Dr. Mark Palange. President Palange joined us in August of 2021 after serving as provost and senior vice president at Monash University, the largest research university in Australia. President Palange has spent his life working, exploring, and traveling the world. He believes in creating and cultivating an open environment on campus. After completing his first year in his presidency, Dr. Palange released the university's strategic plan during his inaugural celebration in September of 2022. This plan was months in the making with multiple focus groups across campus and meetings to allow for the input from the entire university. We look forward to seeing the plan come to fruition. And as an avid sports fan, you may see Dr. Palange around campus at the numerous athletic events, both our intercollegiate level and our club sport level. We look forward to seeing what President Palange's vision come to life for the university as we move forward. And it gives me great pleasure to introduce Dr. Mark Palange.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's, well, first of all, good evening, everyone. It's just so wonderful to see all of you here. And one of the things that's very special is, of course, the Rainville Awards. And I would like to warmly welcome Henriette and family. Thank you again for being here. And it was lovely to meet you last year, and it's good to see you here again. I want to just, as we always do at the University of Rhode Island, acknowledge that we are on the traditional and ancestral homeland of the Narragansett Nation. And look, I want to just, as I've said probably 100 times, the best job in the world is to be the University of Rhode Island president. It is really, it's all about the people that I have the opportunity to work with each and every day. And it's interesting, so today, I'm here now 2 years, and it's really great to know so many of you, both in class and outside of class, and all the good things that you do to build really a vibrant and warm and caring environment. I know that I have also the pleasure to meet many of our alums over the years, many who were in the positions that you are now that similarly contributed to really building the wonderful university community. And I know that you will all do fantastic things, and I know that you will continue to have that strong tie to the University of Rhode Island. I know in many ways these seem like the busy last few weeks of the semester, but I just want to thank you and acknowledge all that you do. I know that you also give back in so many different ways, and I see it in leadership roles, I see it in volunteering roles, from student leaderships to the clubs to a lot of mentoring and support for our students. And so student mental health has been very much supported here, but also student leadership. And so, all that you do to build this fantastic environment that is the University of Rhode Island is so important to me. So I just want to say, first of all, warm congratulations to all of you that are finalists this evening, and I look forward to being able to celebrate with each and every one of you. So good evening, everyone, and looking forward to the special event.
Thank you, Dr. Palange. And at this time, please note that the video montage of our nominees and finalists will be shown up here on the screen while we enjoy our dinner, and we will continue the awards program just after coffee and dessert are served. Thank you. Good evening. We're going to get started with our program. Please feel free to continue with your coffee and dessert. At this time, I would like to invite to the stage President Paul Orange, Vice President of Student Affairs, Dr. Ellen Reynolds, and our newly elected Student Senate President, Ramez Risk, who I look forward to working with over the year coming up. We will begin with the Employee Excellence Award, and I ask that the finalists come forward for their introductions. And I ask Samantha Jeffords to join us on stage first. Okay. We'll wait a second. Everybody talk amongst yourselves. Come on down, Samantha. That's all right. Sorry, I would have waited. Samantha will be introducing Brooke Withers. Come on up, Brooke. Brooke, come on up. Go stand by the, over there. No, over there. Just go back that way.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight, I have the honor of introducing our first Employee Excellence finalist, Brooke Withers. Brooke is a research assistant studying the resilience of sea urchins when faced with climate change conditions with Dr. Colleen Suckling's Echino Nerd Lab under the supervision of Tara Plee. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, what or who is an Echino nerd? I thought the same thing. Dr. Suckling cleverly named her research lab as a play on words combining echinoderm, which is a group of marine animals, and highlighted the fact that they're all a little nerdy. Nothing wrong with that. That aside, when Brooke described her research that her team is working on, I couldn't help but be amazed. Being a STEM enthusiast myself, I love hearing about different scientific discoveries such as this. In addition to her research, Brooke is double majoring in marine biology and environmental science and management. She enjoys scuba diving, painting fish, specifically fish, hiking with her 3 dogs. Brooke is an excellent example of someone who is making her passion a reality. In the short time that I've known her, Brooke has inspired me to strive to care even more about the smallest creatures on our planet. From Yarmouth, Mass., please give a warm welcome to Brooke Withers.
Brooke will now introduce Matthew Wilson.
Good evening, and thank you, Sam, for the nice introduction. The next Rainville Employee Excellence finalist is Matt Wilson, or informally known as Rathew. Matt is from East Longmeadow, Mass., and is a senior in film and sports media communication. He works at the intramural sports as a program assistant of events and outreach, which he simply explains as marketing. Upon first meeting Matt, I knew he would be a big ball of energy and have a lot of funny things to say. And boy, was I right. There was hardly a moment of silence when he arrived, as he was so excited to meet new people and talk about not only his job, but ours as well. One of the things that stuck with me from my conversation with Matt was that his favorite part of the job is the people that he works with and who he has become best friends with and has made the best memories with over his time at URI. Even though he was not outwardly proud of this statement, you could tell how genuine and happy he was reflecting on those memories. Namely, climbing a building. Even though when Matt is not working, he can be found helping these same friends with their music by mixing instrumentals for them. And if we're lucky, one day we might even get to see and hear some of Matt's amazing work. This is him, and I hope you enjoyed learning about him as much as I did.
And Matt will introduce Samantha Jeffords.
How's it going, everyone? Our next Rainville Employee Excellence finalist is Sammy Jeffords. Sammy is a mechanical engineer by day and also one by night, funny enough. After spending about an hour with Sammy, I learned how little I know about cars and the vast knowledge that she has on cars due to how much, how much they work. As a little side note, first of all, I ran into Sammy this morning by accident. I was giving a rant about some random song and accidentally scared her, but it was a pleasure seeing something, and it's always funny that way. And then Sammy works at the Engineering Computer Center, where she does a lot of what was called managerial work, being the team lead. She's often keeping people on track as well as training them for the job. While we're all here for work, Sammy embodies how a workplace can truly become a home. She worked about 40 hours over spring break, which is what I learned very quickly, and I'm sorry to you for that. Meaning this workplace was literally her home during the spring break. But on top of that, she mentioned how she's met some of her best friends while working. One of the best perks being a close friend with Sammy is her ability to randomly show up with Irish soda bread on your birthday. A cake is often a great gesture, but something is to be said about showing up with a homemade soda bread. Just levels up your game. While I've never tried said soda bread, I have no doubts in my mind that it is delicious and a treat to eat. Sammy, I wish you luck with your water from your well, which sounds very cool, I may add, and congratulations on being a finalist for this prestigious award.
Thank you. And now I'll ask Julia Rubo, who is a member of the Selection Committee for Employee Excellence, to please come forward to present the award.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Julia Rubo. I'm a student here at URI, and tonight I have the honor of presenting the recipient of the 2023 A. Robert Rainville Employee Excellence Award. This award is given to those who embody the values of an outstanding employee, one who demonstrates traits such as honesty, credibility, punctuality, focus, responsibility, and professionalism. Those whose work contribution makes a positive impact on the university community and moves their group forward in its goals and mission. Please join me in welcoming an individual that exceeds the desired qualities of employee excellence, Mr. Matthew Wilson.
Congratulations, Matthew. Well, do you want to shake hands?
Sorry, I have no idea what I'm doing. Thank you so much.
Right next to her.
Matt Wilson has been an avidly involved student at URI over the past 4 years. He is most known for his outstanding work with campus recreation as the program assistant of events and outreach. Matt has significantly contributed to the campus community, most notably by introducing live streaming championship intramural games so that family and friends can enjoy cheering their athletes on when they cannot attend in person. The percent of student participation and athlete retention has more than doubled under Matt's leadership. One of Matt's references describes him as one of the best students to have held his position. Since COVID's impact on student involvement here at URI, Matt has seen to it that this program succeeds through the worst of times and continues to grow after he's graduated. Matt, thank you for all of that you have done here at URI with your time. We wish you the best in your future endeavors.
Our team finalist representatives, if you could please come forward. And if your team members could stand at the table when your team is introduced. So I'm going to invite Nadia Redondo to the stand from iStand, and she will introduce Roadie-thon. Roadie-thon representative could come forward.
Well, first, I just want to start off by saying thank you for everybody being here today. And I'm really honored to be the representative for iStand today and be with these two other finalists. And it's been an honor to introduce Roadie-thon. So Roadie-thon is a nonprofit organization benefiting Hasbro Children's Hospital in Providence, Rhode Island. Since 2018, they have raised over $650,000 for Hasbro. This year alone, they raised almost $46,000. That money has been used to relieve financial burdens for families, improve hospital equipment and technology, and build a wing in the hospital that is now a plaque dedicated to Roadie-thon's fundraising efforts. Members of Roadie-thon form relationships with some of the children and their families who have overcame and still battle their illnesses. These miracle kids inspire members of Roadie-thon and others every day with their resilience, strength, and smiles. Roadie-thon works hard to make their biggest dreams come true. URI encourages others to think big because we do, so Roadie-thon encourages you to dream big because the kids do.
Grace Heppes from Roadie-thon will now introduce URI tour guides. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm honored to introduce tour guides today. One team, one goal. Every day, the 140-person URI tour guide team lives out this mission and goal. Make every single campus visitor feel important, special, and welcomed. As the only group of students on campus who regularly interact with prospective students, our task is simple: to physically build the URI community. Selecting a college is the biggest decision to make at 18 years old, and the team takes it quite seriously as they work to recruit and identify the next generation of big thinkers. The tour guide team created a new organizational structure that focused on reminding tour guides what is their why. The leadership of the team reminded tour guides that they get to change lives. A tour guide could even be the reason you are sitting here in the audience today. After this year's selective tour guide interview process, the team has great representation for all students that include traditional first-year students, transfer students, TD students, first-generation and BIPOC students. By doing this, the tour guide team gives every prospective student a better chance to see themselves as a member of our campus community and seize the opportunities available to them at URI and know that they belong. It's the URI tour guide's intentionality, energy, and spirit that brings in our future good 5-cent cigar writers, pink women, student senate leaders, engineering innovators, computer science gurus, community activists, student athletes, theater production leads, and so much more. This dedicated, diverse student group of tour guides is helping to shape the next 4, 5, 6, 7, even 8 years of the URI campus community, and we are committed to representing all types of students that can thrive here at URI. They promise they are actively bringing in the best of the best to be the next generation of Think Big, We Do.
So Lily Jacobson will now introduce I Stand.
Good evening. This evening, I have the honor of introducing our I Stand organization. With thousands of students enrolling in sexual violence prevention classes here at URI, and hundreds more who have applied, interviewed, and been trained to serve as active interns in the nationally recognized Under I Stand team, this group of diverse student leaders has come together to truly function as a singular unit. They work tirelessly as part of the Title IX team to make an impact both on and off campus since the program's inception. This organization is so much more than a slogan or campaign hashtag. They are a true team of 15 to 20 students who have all come together through their commitment and dedication to providing education, outreach, and training. Comprised of 326 interns over the past decade, I Stand has established themselves as a creative and innovative team of leaders with their highly recognizable logo that advertises their commitment to sexual violence prevention work across all of URI's campuses and throughout the community, using bystander intervention as a prevention education strategy. Unfortunately, due to COVID, the program took a downturn and lost many students, and was not able to reach the platform they could before. Since then, I Stand has started over and become a family. I Stand is a diverse group of students with a passion for awareness and understanding. From athletes, TD scholars, Greek life, I Stand accepts all. Over 325 students have taken the Bystander Intervention course in order to join this program, and we have reached over thousands of students and staff with the important information of bystander awareness and sexual assault. I Stand has worked with organizations such as It's On Us, VPAS, Safe Bay from South Kingston High School, and even Uber, where we received over $5,000 to give out to promote safe rides home. I Stand is not just a moment, I Stand is a movement. We are there for others as well as ourselves through whatever hardships we may face. We have created a bond with each other like no other. We stand for sexual assault awareness. We have created a bond, we stand for domestic abuse awareness. We stand for healthy relationships. We stand for the silent witnesses. We are I Stand.
I now ask Lucas DeWitt to join us to announce the recipient of the 2023 Team Excellence Award.
The lights are brighter up here. This is nice. Hello, everybody. Good evening. My name is Lucas DeWitt, and I serve as the Graduate Assistant for the Office of Student Involvement. I have also had the opportunity for these past couple of years to serve as the co-chair for the Rainville Team Leadership Selection Committee, alongside this year Jay Crawford, who is the Graduate Assistant for the Center for Student Leadership and Development, as well as my 3 undergrad students that serve as advisors for the Student Event Advising Office, Kylie, Abby, and Lauren, down here at the second table. So we've appreciated the opportunity having to meet everyone within these groups and these teams. To give a little bit background on the Rainville Team Excellence Awards, it honors a group of students who have a clear sense of purpose and goals, aspire to standards of excellence, demonstrate effective leadership and collaboration, and empower and support fellow team members. The Team Excellence Selection Committee paid particular attention to diversity and inclusion, cohesiveness, and overall team goals and successes when assessing each of this year's nominees. So with careful thought and deliberation among our committee members, the Team Excellence Committee is pleased to recognize the 2023 Rainville Team Excellence recipients, URI iStand. It's nice, we're getting cozy up here. I like it. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right.
You can all go stand over.
So a lot was already said about the work that URI iStand has done on campus, but URI iStand utilizes a variety of multifaceted approaches to educate students, staff, and faculty here on campus around the different nuances in interpersonal gender-based violence and how to recognize the red flags of this behavior and ultimately prevent it. The iStand program transcends beyond just being a group of students, a class, and an internship. As Lily mentioned, members of iStand acknowledge that the program is a movement dedicated to bringing awareness to the epidemic of sexual violence. They teach students to become part of the solution to preventing sexual violence, even though the vast majority are not a part of the problem. They partner with nationally recognized It's On Us program to stress that the prevention in interpersonal gender-based violence is indeed on all of us to recognize, step in, speak out, and safely intervene. This year, most notably, iStand has shown their commitment to service, leadership, collaboration, and empowerment through partnerships and programs. In February alone, iStand partnered with It's On Us and Uber and were gifted $5,000 worth of free Uber ride vouchers to provide the URI student population with a safer alternative way to get home in recognition for the work that iStand has done throughout the years. Additionally, iStand partnered with members from Safe Bay chapter of South Kingstown High School and the URI women's basketball team during a home game to spread awareness this season as well. As one of their references mentioned, in many instances, teenagers and young adults are not aware of what constitutes a healthy relationship. Understanding how and where it begins is the key to eliminating the abuse. The strength in iStand's approach is the team effort that encourages a student body to wrap around victims, answer questions, empower those who may need assistance, and build a community that is free of violence. So on behalf of the Team Excellence Selection Committee, we thank you all for the outstanding work that you do for campus and the Rhode Island community. Congratulations.
At this time, I'd like to ask our Robert L. Carruthers Servant Leadership finalists to come forward for their introductions. I ask Stacy Pinkowitz to begin by introducing Katerina Ramirez.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for coming out tonight to the Rainville Leadership Awards. It's very exciting. I have the honor to introduce Katerina Ramirez, coming from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Katerina is a very wonderful student on campus, currently a senior in cellular and molecular biology. She also has a minor in chemistry and leadership studies, which are like the three main sciences. Although she describes herself as pretty introverted, she expressed to me that her passion areas are working to connect people that she surrounds herself with in her different spaces that she occupies, and to make the relationships that she does have very, very meaningful. It's interesting because I'm an extrovert, and I try to do very similar things, but it almost doesn't matter how outward or inward we are, because when we really focus on making those relationships meaningful, that's where change really does occur. She's involved at the Center for Student Leadership and has spent not just 1 year as a peer leader, but 2 years as the coordinator for the Leadership Institute on campus. She's also a HDF 190 mentor and a lab assistant in TA for anatomy and physiology teaching labs. So when I asked her about what service meant for her, she expressed to me that it is how we can best empower the individual, how to support people on the path to becoming their best selves, and how motivated she is to give back to the communities and the spaces that helped her become who she is today. Moving forward, she hopes to combine her passion for serving with a passion for making accessibility to drugs more present for people at a cancer immunotherapy research center, which is like the most wonderful dream to have. So everybody give a big warm welcome to Katerina. Thank you.
Katerina will now introduce Zoe Mendoza.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight I have the honor to introduce the lovely Zoe Mendoza. Zoe is a senior medical laboratory science major with minors in chemistry and leadership studies. She has been involved in many types of service throughout her time here at URI. She has been involved with Habitat for Humanity for all 4 years, where she currently is now the president. She has participated in and led multiple alternative spring break trips with URI Service Corps, and she has been involved with student organization leadership consultants on campus, where she is now the vice president. She has also served in multiple peer leadership roles, such as an HDF 190 peer mentor, as well as a peer leader for the Leadership Institute. In the community, with all of her obvious free time, Zoe helps organizations like Save the Bay and Brookline Food Pantry in her hometown. Zoe does all of this to practice her belief that everyone deserves dignity and to be treated with respect, and that all should have access to basic necessities in healthcare. Upon graduating, she is hoping to do an AmeriCorps year of service with a public health focus while working part-time as a medical technologist at the Boston Children's Hospital. She hopes to continue advocating for her passions to help make change in policies to help bridge some of these issues. So if we could all give a very warm welcome to Zoe Mendoza.
Zoe will now introduce Stacy Pinkowitz.
Good evening. Tonight I have the honor of introducing Stacy Pinkowitz. Stacy is a passionate, authentic servant leader with a warm personality. She is from Sharon, Massachusetts, and is graduating with the class of 2023. Her major is Human Development and Family Science with a concentration in counseling and social services. Here at URI, Stacy works tirelessly for the Office of Civic Engagement and Action. In this role, she has helped organize many service opportunities for students. She also has experience on campus helping students as a writing tutor. When I asked Stacy about what service meant to her, the words cooperation and community came to mind. In a world where many people choose not to get involved, Stacy takes steps to serve in her everyday life. She chooses to help build and repair the community, and she feels empowered by the idea of each person doing their part instead of one person doing something major. Stacy's goal is to help make opportunities to act more available, accessible, realistic, and sustainable. When she graduates from URI, she hopes to work in outdoor education while continuing to organize in arts, music, and food access in her community.
This time, I'd like to ask Mary Godek and Anthony Petrone to join us to announce the recipient of the Servant Award.
Good evening. My name is Anthony Petrone,
And my name is Mary Godek.
and on behalf of the Servant Leadership Committee, we are proud to announce tonight's recipient for the Servant Leadership Award. In order to get a greater understanding of each servant, we, the committee, decided it was best to interview each nominee to hear their personal connection to service. After thoughtful consideration, the committee is pleased to announce that Stacy Pinkowitz is the recipient of the 2023 Leadership Award.
Stacy Pinkowitz joined the URI community in fall of 2021. Prior to this, she attended the University of Delaware. Throughout her time at URI, she's worked in the Office of Civic Engagement and Action in the Center for Career and Experiential Education. With this role, Stacy has organized many service projects throughout the community, such as beach cleanups, volunteer planting days, and guest speakers from Save the Bay and Hope's Harvest, Rhode Island. One of her most impressive projects she's organized has been a vital documents clinic with the House of Hope CDC, where students assisted people experiencing homelessness in filling out forms for documentation. For 2 years, she also served as editor-in-chief of a self-published magazine that emphasized events in the community that focused on music and the arts. Stacy has continued to lead through acts of service and overall encompasses what it truly means to be a servant leader. With all of that being said, congratulations, Stacy, and thank you for all of your service.
I'd now like to invite our student leadership finalists to come forward for their introductions. And I invite Julia Alamere to begin, and she will be introducing Christopher Bove. Julia? Come on up, Chris.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I have the pleasure of introducing my fellow finalist, Christopher Bove. Chris is a senior from Middletown, Rhode Island, graduating with majors in political science and communication studies. On campus, he has been involved with Student Senate his whole career and currently serves as the Speaker of the Assembly. He also has been president of URI College Democrats since the year of 2020. Bove additionally formerly served on URI's Board of Trustees as a student representative. Following graduation, he intends to pursue a career in public service. He is most passionate about affordable housing, public transportation, disability rights, and human services. Chris has been legally blind since birth, and his experiences as a person with a disability drew him to public service. He aims to be a voice for people who have long since been overlooked by the government. He is an active member of the National Federation of the Blind, and serves to promote the legislative agenda at the state and federal level. In his free time, he loves to spend time out and about with his friends and is greatly interested in commercial aviation and enjoys flying on flight simulators. And of course, I can't forget to mention the most important thing, he loves Taylor Swift. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in warmly welcoming Christopher Bove.
Chris will now introduce Angel Vega.
Hello, everyone. It is a pleasure to be with all of you tonight, and I consider it a great privilege to have the opportunity to be introducing my fellow finalist, Angel Vega, tonight. For those of you who do not know her, Angel is a senior from Providence, Rhode Island, and she is a triple major in secondary education, English, and human development and family sciences, with a concentration in counseling and social services. In addition to her impressive academic pursuits, Angel is also extremely active in the URI community. During her time at URI, Angel has served as a senior RA, as an orientation leader and coordinator of new student programs. She is a proud talent development scholar, and she is also involved with several multicultural organizations on campus. As if her plate wasn't already full enough, in addition to her coursework and activities, Angel also currently works full-time as a student teacher at the Noel Academy, a charter school in Providence whose mission is to help pregnant, parenting, and underserved youth graduate from high school with the tools and knowledge needed to succeed in college, in the workforce, and in family life. With all of this going on, it is hard to imagine that Angel could possibly find time to do anything else. But Angel is also extremely passionate about fashion and spends a lot of her free time putting outfits together from top to bottom. Angel is also passionate about music and representing her Dominican and Puerto Rican culture as a proud Afro-Latino woman. Angel is a first-generation college student and will be the first member of the Vega family to pursue a master's degree next year. After graduation, Angel plans to further her education in the field of educational psychology in the hopes of one day working in the field of juvenile corrections. I am so thankful to have had the opportunity to get to know Angel as part of the Rainville program. She is truly an inspiration, and we all could learn a great deal from her. I will leave all of you with this. In preparation for this event, I asked Angel to provide me with her favorite quote, to which she responded, "Wherever you go, go with all your heart." I could not possibly think of a better way to summarize Angel and her impact on others than through this quote. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to introduce to you Angel Vega as a finalist for the Rainville Student Leadership Award.
Angel will now
Good
introduce
evening, everybody.
Julia Alamir.
So I have the honor of introducing Julia Alamir. So let's give it up for Julia. These mountains that you are carrying, you were only supposed to climb. Julia Alamir is not only an incredible student, but advocate, mentor, and dare I leave out, the true embodiment of a roadie ram. Double majoring in Arabic studies and human development and family science with a minor in leadership studies, Julia is a first-generation college student from Pawtucket, Rhode Island, who is passionate about supporting students as they find their own sense of belonging in every role she fulfills. This past July, she studied modern standard Arabic and participated in hands-on Middle Eastern cooking classes in none other than the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan. Recently, while serving as the president of the Middle Eastern Student Association, she hosted a week-long series of events exposing Arab culture and spreading awareness for Middle Eastern countries and community at URI. One of Julia's biggest goals has continuously been to establish safe spaces for Arab students where their voices are amplified as they are supported in finding a sense of belonging themselves. As the story of her undergraduate career meets its final few pages, she will continue to move mountains in pursuing a master's degree in college student personnel right here at the place she calls home, URI. Julia is most thankful of Talent Development for believing in her wildest dreams and seeing her for the brilliant human being she is since she first stepped foot at our beautiful Kingston campus. Little does she know that the impact they had on her experience reflects deeply on the impact she continues to make on not only her students, but on anyone who is graced with her presence. It is with great honor I present to you someone I hold very close to my heart. Ladies and gentlemen, Julia Alamir.
And at this time, I'd like to invite Delaney Landivar and Juan Loaiza Miranda to come announce the recipient of the 2023 Student Leadership Award.
Alrighty, so good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Rainville Student Leadership Awards ceremony. My name is Juan Loaiza, and I'm a first-year graduate student in the College Student Personnel Program here at URI, and an alum of the Leadership Studies minor here as well.
Hello, I am Delaney Landivar, a sophomore undergraduate student majoring in animal science and technology with a Leadership Studies minor at URI.
The A. Robert Rainville Leadership Award ceremony is a special occasion where we celebrate and recognize the outstanding efforts of students who have gone above and beyond in their leadership roles. As we gather here tonight, Delaney and I are honored to present the recipient of the Rainville Student Leadership Award. Do we say it?
Everyone, it is our honor to present the Rainville Student Leadership Award to Christopher Bove. Please join us in congratulating them on this remarkable achievement.
Congratulations. Go stand by the podium. Next to it.
This year's recipient is an exceptional student who has demonstrated a remarkable level of commitment to their leadership by moving their organization forward and making a significant contribution to the university community. Their impact on the group is immeasurable, and their dedication to the organization is unwavering.
But what truly sets this student apart is their outstanding leadership skills. They have the unique ability to empower others, inspiring a shared vision, and fostering a culture of inclusivity and ethical leadership. Throughout their actions and words, they have inspired their peers to the best version of themselves, and their impact has been felt across the URI community.
The student has led by example, demonstrating integrity, empathy, and a deep sense of social responsibility. They have shown a genuine concern for the welfare of others, dedicating their time and effort to improve the lives of those around them. Congratulations, Christopher, on this great achievement.
Well, I have to say, I'm glad that I won because I left my finalist slip up here, so that would have been real embarrassing. Well, I'm really beyond honored to have been selected as the recipient of this award. And before I say anything else, I really just want to take a moment to shout out Angel and Julia. You know, as I said, it's a tremendous honor to win this award, but it's even more of an honor to be associated with the two of them and this great group of finalists. You know, you guys are a huge inspiration, and it was great getting to know you. To the URI community, I have to say, during COVID, I really questioned what my role would be here. And Maureen, do not make me cry. I just have to say, I really think of all of you as my family. It's been the privilege of a lifetime to be a part of this community. And I really hope that the future generation of leaders build what we started. I have so much faith in this institution and in the people that are coming after us. I know that all of you think big, and this institution has many places to go. So thank you for honoring me with this tonight.
Can we give a round of applause to all of our nominees, finalists, and recipients? This really is a process that can tear at you trying to figure out, who that recipient is when, after you listen to all these students, I think, wow, I was such a schlep in college many years ago. Listening to what they do, I'm like, whoa, okay, I need to step my game up. But I just want to say thank you again to all of you who participated in that process. It really was amazing to meet you, to get to know all of you and your experiences, and the positive impact you've had on this campus will not go unnoticed or forgotten. So as we finish up here, I just want to say that a program of this magnitude certainly takes numerous people to pull together, and I would like to take a moment just to recognize some of those people. I would like to recognize Michael Knoll from the Office of Student Involvement for his many great photos of our students and the slideshow program. I would also like to include Chris Robidoux, who helped to create the video that you watched all evening, Alicia Perrone from our office, who did a lot of the behind-the-scenes work that no one ever sees, our Memorial Union Building Services and Housekeeping staff, and all the committee members and chairs that are noted on the back of our program. I would also like to thank Wendy Reardon and the rest of the URI catering staff and all of our great student services this evening for a wonderful meal. And I just want to say that, as we said earlier, this is 35 years in the making for, I think I'm probably one of the last ones here that knew Bob, and I found that to be quite a privilege. And that this program really highlights the high caliber level of students that Bob always loved to interact with, and that our campus attracts. These student leaders initiate and provide an amazing array of programs and services to the URI campus, all the while maintaining a strong academic standing. We are fortunate in so many ways to have these future leaders on our campus. I want to again congratulate all our nominees and our recipients. I hope you've enjoyed this evening's program. And I ask that the recipients come forward to this front of the stage for some photographs with our notorious photographer here, Michael Knoll. And I want to thank you all for joining us for this year's banquet and award ceremony. And we look forward to seeing you next year in 2024 as we celebrate our 36th anniversary. Safe travels home and best of luck with the end of your semester. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Great job. Always a fun night. Oh, it was. I